Chuey.
Hey.
It's happening in the booth. They're catching on. They know what happens when Chuey comes in. The party keeps going. How's it going, man?
I'm good, brother. How you doing? Thank you for having me again.
I'm good. We're both better than ESPN at the moment.
Yes, ESPN letting go of a bunch of people.
Yeah, so they, as you know, you've probably seen in the news, they've been firing, I think they had like 100 people gone, and they just did it kind of ruthlessly, like down you go. And it somewhat, we might have found out today or yesterday, basically on Monday, why they're doing this, because they're maybe trying to make some room in their ranks to go and hire people that, as the term goes, Chuey, if you can't beat them, buy them.
Hey.
So Adrian Wojnarowski, who Jason definitely talks about as one of people running around the back.
What's happening here?
What's going on here? This is what that wouldn't happen at ESPN.
That wouldn't happen at ESPN,
you would have been fired already.
That maybe happened at FS1.
Maybe. So Adrian Wojnarowski, Jason always talks about he's one of his favorite basketball writers, Chewy. So what has happened is that ESPN have finally found out how to not get beat by Adrian Wojnarowski and just hired them. So he's formerly, they've talked about it here on Uprocks, formerly arch enemy.
So okay, they fire 100 people just to hire this guy?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if you're going to fire 100 to hire one. That must be one big paycheck. But we know that this guy is a well-respected writer, formed a phenomenal team, great podcast, great team over at Yahoo.
Yeah.
Consistently respected as one of the best, and if not the best NBA writer.
That's probably a great move for him, because Yahoo's kind of like dying out.
I think that he's probably maybe looking to salvage what is left of ESPN at the moment. Like when you talk about all these big names that have jumped ship from ESPN, Colin Coward, Skip Bayless.
Yes.
Like these guys are heading elsewhere. Bill Simmons going and doing his own thing. So who are they left with? And you mentioned it off camera. They seem to be hiring a bunch of old guys.
Bunch of old guys. Like hire some young cats to have some fun in there, man. Bring some young blood, some juice in there, baby. So hire Francis, hire Chewy. Would you leave TYT Sports to go to ESPN? How
much you pay me?
A lot of money.
How much you pay me?
A lot of money.
But turn down the volume. I want you to hear this. But it makes like Fox, even if Fox, like I'm not saying the Skip Bayless and Colin Coward are visions of youth, but one thing I will say is like those guys, they have youthful points of view, if you know what I mean. It's like they're not scared to go out and showcase their opinion and put that out there and they expect the backlash. Now, guys like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, they do a similar thing. The First Takes, whatever. It's First Take. They've got a good show and I like that. I was forgetting what it was, but
they're good. I like Max. I like Max a lot. That's my buddy.
But more often than not, ESPN is considered like, they're just like a consistent news source. You don't go in kind of for the personalities as much. You go in to get SportsCenter and you're like, all right, let's go in and find out what's going on and get out. You know? Whereas I think that companies like Fox and other brands now are starting to understand that people want to have opinions, whether you disagree with it, whatever. It's kind of spiraled over from the political climate where it's like, you gotta get involved, man. You gotta get out there and get your point across. So hiring Adrian Wojnarowski, I'm gonna mispronounce his name all through the clip, makes sense because he is a very opinionated writer.
Yes,
and he's got his accolades and it makes sense. But
and he's definitely got his point of view. He's definitely got a POV.
So, but do you think that gets them back to a level of respectability, or do you think it's just do you think when people look at firing 100 people to go and hire a writer that consistently has been kind of your arch nemesis in proving that you don't need to go to ESPN to get opinions, do you think that's kind of even more of a shadier move?
I don't know, man. I think the ESPN knows what they're doing. They're like, yo, this cat is killing us on the NBA stuff. We got to bring him in.
Yeah.
So that's what they did, man. They threw a buttload of money at him, and there he is. If ESPN threw a buttload of money at me too, I'd go over there too, brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's got a price. I made this point, like you can have your morals and you can have everything, but do you know who encompasses this capitalist environment? The guy that went from Verizon to Sprint.
Yes.
He had a price.
Hey, I'm Paul, and I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon. Not anymore. I'm with Sprint now.
Yes.
That one guy that was so...
He got paid a lot of money,
yes,
man.
He did. He went, you know what? I don't care about shittier service. Send me over there. I'm Sprint. And by the way, Verizon, both of us were at Coachella. Who are you with?
I was with my buddy.
No, but who's your provider?
My provider, AT&T.
And how was your service?
It was pretty awful.
Mine's of Verizon, they said that they have great service. It was catastrophic. I left and it was like I'd been out of the country for years, man. I just got bombarded with all these things when I came out.
We would jump in an Uber after Coachella and then like 15, 20 text messages and emails.
Pop up. All
Chewy,
from me.
Chewy, where you at? Where you at? Yeah.
From me.
From you, yeah.
Chewy, where you at? I'm calling the cattle call.
Chewy, get me in VIP. Like, I can't get you in VIP, bruh.
Yeah, you guys need to understand the swarm of people. I thought I was in the World War Z movie with Brad Pitt. People were just swarming across the areas.
Crazy.
To see. I went to Kendrick an hour and a half early just so I could sit and have a good point of view.
Kendrick Lamar killed it, yo.
My God.
It was amazing.
Who's going to sign Kendrick, ESPN or Fox? Neither. All right, well, that's a wrap on that one. First clip. Chewy, that was short, sweet to the point.
ESPN, stop hiring old guys.
That's a very valid point.
Like, come on, man. You want to win? You want to get those millennials to watch your channel? Let's go, baby.
Yeah, you
Call me and Francis.
Right here.
Maybe Jay, but Jason's on vacation.
I don't know. Yeah, Jason's on vacation. He doesn't get a shout on this clip. He's somewhere in Mexico. Ja'Cory! We don't go without Ja'Cory.
We'll take Ja'Cory
That's
with us.
part package with it.
Yeah.
Oh, but all right. Well, someone needs to tell Jenk that we've just lost 4 staff members.
We're going to ESPN. Is that the hashtag?
I guess so. What's that? I'm waiting.
That's the hashtag.
Yeah,
we're going to ESPN.
Hashtag ESPN bound.
Hashtag ESPN. Show me the money.
Yeah, that's it. Show me the moolah. I don't know how much moolah they'll be showing after they just fired 100 guys, but who knows? You never know. All right, here's in the comments. Chuey Martinez on all of the social media.
Yes.
Because he's lucky enough to have his real name be across all the social media. He doesn't have to have an extra M in there. By the way, I don't even have an extra M in my name.
Francis?
No, it's like people will be like, oh, is your middle name like Michael, Mark, Bartholomew? No. Nothing.
Do you have a middle name?
Nope, I have a confirmation name.
What's a confirmation name?
It's a very Catholic thing where when you're confirmed, you choose a saint, and I chose Saint Michael. So if I needed that extra initial in there, that's possible. I'm like,
so your name is Francis Saint Michael?
Well, it's not Saint Michael, it's just Michael. If it was for my confirmation name, it'd be Francis Michael Maxwell. But I don't have a middle name. It's not as common in the UK to have middle names.
My middle name's Eric.
Eric?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So it's Jesus Eric Martinez.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I like that. And I also found out that I didn't know where the Chewy came from, but you told me that it's a common thing.
It's a nickname in Mexico for like if your name is Jesus, your nickname is Chewy.
That's cool. If you call me Francis, douchebag.
ESPN call us.
Calls up.